Welcome back to the channel. You are watching Toops Time, and today's video is just going to show you a little bit of a typical morning routine. Usually, if I'm lucky and the kids actually sleep in a little bit, I have time to read my Bible, drink a cup of coffee, and just prepare for the day ahead, all while monitoring the boys on our Wise cameras. I absolutely love those monitors. What are we going to do?
Watch a TV show.
Yeah, and what are we going to do on the trip?
Cuddle.
Yeah. Here you can see that Asher woke up pretty early before the sun did, but that's okay because I really do enjoy my time with him, especially when it's by myself and I don't have Calum as well. He really likes cuddling with Mama on the couch. They are only little for a little while, so I choose to enjoy this time. While he finished his TV show, I went ahead and started breakfast since Calum and Daddy hadn't woken up yet. Daddy has really been enjoying that the cows aren't in milk right now, so he hasn't had to get up early to milk any of the cows, but that'll change in just a week or two when Autumn has her calf. Here I am just making some English muffins for the day with my sourdough starter. These are absolutely delicious. I will be posting a video just showing you the recipe and some tips and tricks that I have learned on how to make them more efficiently, and they come out so good. I decided to fry up some bacon for Asher for breakfast. I really do enjoy my time in the mornings when Calum actually does sleep in and it's not quite as hectic, and I can get a good breakfast going for everybody and just feel like I got myself together before everyone wakes up. I really enjoy having that cup of coffee. As moms, sometimes we are not able to even finish one cup of coffee while we're trying to feed all the kids. So if I get to have it before they wake up, I definitely am like praising Jesus for it. And then Daddy finally got up and was spending a little time with Asher on the couch. That's one of the best parts about being self-employed, is that we really do get to enjoy our time with the boys, especially since we have decided to keep Asher home and homeschool him, so he's not on as such a strict schedule. I do try to prepare some sort of fresh fruit as a side every morning. Asher absolutely loves it.
Say good morning, sunshine. Good morning. All right, you want to play with the letters? Oh, yeah. All right. Hey, buddy.
Calum was finally up for the day, and Asher just loves playing in these pillows, and you can tell that Calum was excited to see him. Asher runs in there when Calum wakes up to see him. Then Daddy finished up breakfast by cooking some eggs. He's much better at that than me. And I also had some overnight oats that I had prepared for Calum. I know it seems funny, but we eat on the floor a lot. We'll do a house tour in a future video, but we do live in a pretty small house. It's about 1,100 square foot, and we do not have a dining room table. We do have a bar with chairs, but the boys are so messy that sometimes we just eat on the floor. The worst part about making a homemade breakfast in the mornings is all the dishes that comes with it. I do try to clean them as we go, but here I am just emptying the dishwasher from the night before. We always run a cycle at night, and then loading the ones from when I was cooking breakfast. Another funny thing to mention is that before having kids, by this time in the morning, this is probably around 8 a.m., I would have already had my breakfast. I would have ran about 5 or 6 miles and worked out and already been ready for the day, dressed, showered, all that stuff. But I wouldn't trade this life for anything. It's just funny to think about what it used to be compared to what it is now. But look at the type of memories that we get to make with each other, the things that matter the most. What do you want to see, Asher? The stinker. This guy likes to run away when you're trying to change his diaper. And what do you like to do when you're changing diapers? You like to play in the pillows, huh? You got some friends in there? Show them to me. Where's your friends? Yeah. Oh, there's Pippi. Pippi, the baby golden retriever.
She was my friend. In a couple months.
For a couple months now. Okay. Here I am starting a loaf of sourdough bread in the oven before I go take my shower and get ready for the day and get the boys ready to start homeschooling with Asher. Absolutely love scoring the bread and working on the designs. That's my favorite part of making sourdough. Okay, so once I got that bread in the oven, I had a little bit of playtime with the boys in their room. Asher has been, for the past couple of months, only sleeping in his bed for a few hours and then coming and getting in the bed with me and Daddy, which has been really difficult for us to all get a good night's sleep. But we are not past bribing our kids. So Asher has been bribed. If he sleeps in his bed all night, then he puts a marble in a jar. And once that jar is filled up, then he gets a special trailer for his grabber tractor that he is working towards. So hopefully we can get him back to sleeping in his bed pretty soon. I have started using this little jumper to have Calum in while I take my shower, which is really nice. And then Asher usually watches a TV show while I get ready. Usually takes me about 30 minutes. Sometimes Calum stays in the jumper, but most of the time he ends up on the bathroom floor with me. For my sourdough loaves, I put them in a Dutch oven when I bake them with the lid on for 30 minutes, and then I take the lid off and bake it for an additional 20 to 25 minutes. There he is on the floor with me while I'm getting dressed. I'm not sure how long makeup used to take me before kids, but now I'm pretty good with 3 to 5 minutes of getting the job done. You learn how to do things pretty quickly when you have little ones. For some reason, when I get the boys dressed in the morning, they like to give me a really hard time. Finally, my loaf was finished baking, so I take it out of the oven for it to cool off. I sure do love when my house smells like fresh bread in the morning time. It just makes for a lovely day. Calum's first nap always comes so quickly in the morning. He just can't hang in there. But at least I'm able to finish getting my hair and makeup done while he naps, and then me and Asher start our homeschool routine.
Hey, Mom. Hey. What you doing? Finally getting to get dressed. Baby sleeping. This morning I've basically been in cleanup mode and trying to get my garage back in working order, because we have a project we're working on. For those of you familiar with our daily grind series, you're probably like, you've always got a project going on, which is true, but we have one for the inside of the house, which is always fun. Where I'm going to be working is in our foyer, which is the area that has the staircase that leads up to where we live upstairs. As you walk in through this door here, there will be this big boot and shoe storage cabinet. And then over here, I'm going to be building a bench to sit down and change our shoes. And underneath will be more storage. And then where that mirror is, there'll be a cabinet there and a cabinet there just for additional storage. And then some decor on the walls in here. Finally make some good use out of all this extra space.
Okay, so every morning, usually we try to start our homeschool work for Asher around 10 a.m. It usually depends on Calum's nap, which usually falls around 10 to 10:30, which works out really nicely. I usually have about 5 to 10 minutes of prep work, and then we get started. Okay, so we're learning a new unit today. We have a new animal. Who do you think it is? You don't know? The white animal. What is it?
It's a sheep.
It's a sheep. We always start our homeschool routine with saying our Bible verses that we have learned from each unit. What's our one about obedience? That's right. The curriculum that we have chosen to start these younger years of homeschool doing is called My Father's World. I can link it in the description, but it is absolutely wonderful. It is Bible-based, and it really takes the years from like 3 to 5 and focuses more on what's important for the children emotionally and make them more grounded in God's word than focusing on the other aspects such as reading and math. So we have added in our own reading lessons in there, which I really do like. That is what Asher is completing right here, is our reading lessons workbook. I will definitely link it in the description below because it has helped him so much. He is only 3 years old and he is great at recognizing his letters and his sounds, and I know he will be reading short books very soon. And here we are dancing and singing. That is another really fun part of this curriculum, is that it usually only takes us about 30 minutes total, and there's a lot of fun involved in it. Depending on the day, sometimes we're able to go outside after finishing schoolwork, but on this particular day, Asher was a little tired, so it was time for nap. Nap times do make it a little bit more difficult for Daddy to finish any projects that he's working on inside because he has to usually finish up with all the loud stuff while the kids are napping. While Asher was watching a TV show before he went down for his nap, I decided to mix up some sourdough discard crackers. I do have a video where I show you exactly what you have to do to make this recipe. They're delicious. I just use my sourdough discard and then flour and whatever herbs you have on hand, and it comes out absolutely delicious, and it's super simple. I will link it here for you guys. My go-to herb right now is usually rosemary in these crackers, but I really want to try some basil soon because I think that sounds really good. And I have a lot of basil growing in the garden right now.
You having your snack before nap? Yeah, what you eating? Peanut butter. I will. Let me finish mixing some dough.
After I had finished mixing up the cracker dough, I had to place it in the refrigerator for at least 30 minutes before you flatten it out and bake it. So while I was finishing up in the kitchen, Asher fell fast asleep. Isn't he just a doll? When the babies are napping is when I usually get to catch up on all my venue work. If you follow our channel, then you know that we own a wedding venue, and it does keep me quite busy. So I try to answer my emails and get caught up on invoices and things like that when the boys are napping. If that doesn't work out, then Daddy has to watch them for me. As you can see here, Calum just woke up from his nap and Daddy came to the rescue to get him.
I had to do another quick chore. Bought these boxes for our thermostats to keep people from coming over here and flipping them on and off. Things you have to do when you're dealing with the public. We're all done. Time to go find Mama. Go find Mama? Yeah. Say Dada. 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 No. He says Mama all day, but won't say Dada.
I hope you enjoyed spending this morning with us. It's a little bit different every day around the homestead, so we'll be sharing these weekly for you guys. Hope you enjoy.
God bless y'all. See you on the next one.